Hello everybody, my name is Devin with HDpiano.com, and in today's lesson I'll be showing you guys how to play Green and Gold by Lianne La Havas. It's a beautiful piece and it's guitar driven, but it actually translates quite nicely to the piano. So check it out. 3, 4. Alright, so we'll be getting through about that much in this video. That's the intro, or the main riff, followed by a bit of the second verse. And I chose the second verse because there's a bit more of a through line with that main riff in the left hand, whereas the way that I arranged the first verse is more of a departure, so we'll cover that in a later video. Alright, of course, you can find the whole arrangement over at HDpiano.com. We'll be going over every section, featuring mostly the melody version, that is, working the melody into the right hand and everything else into the left hand. But I will be going over some general accompaniment ideas in a video called Accompaniment Tips, and this is usually the case when a song is a loop. This song is just about a 4 or 8 measure loop with only a few chords, so for that reason we're going to look at the melody. Now this arrangement is very inspired by a version that I actually do with my band called Lohai, L-O-H-A-I, and you can type our name into YouTube and find our little kind of colorful version. Literally, we were in my rehearsal studio with some nice pretty lights, and it's just me and the lead singer for this one, and we were doing some live looping. And yeah, it's pretty fun. And so I worked some of those ideas into this arrangement, like the chorus. Right, a bit more of like a keys part than a guitar part. I kind of pianified it, if that's a word, to make it work. So anyways, hope you guys can check that out as well. Heads up, we do it a whole step up, so it won't exactly match the original. But anyways, that leads me to my question for you guys. How do you guys feel about looping in performance settings? I've seen some great loop artists and some really not great loop artists, so comment below with your thoughts on looping. Okay, let's dive in. We are in the key of G major. All right, I encourage you to get familiar with that scale. All 7 notes, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. For the most part, everything we're playing is going to fall into those 7 notes except for the C sharp 7 chord, where we're going to see a C sharp and an E sharp. And it's just a quick passing chord, very jazzy, that gets us back to that C major 7. So the basis of this song is really just the 4 chord to the 5 chord. So the 4 in the scale is C, and the 5 chord is D. And the bridge is the only time we're actually going to see a G, the root, but otherwise we're just hanging out kind of between the 4 and the 5 chord. So let's look at those voicings. C major 7 is our first chord. We've got a C in the left, C, E, and B in the right, and middle C is here, so we're kind of low on the piano for now. And in our right, we're going to be going between the B and the A. We're going to keep in that C in the left, and then for our D chord, we start on D sus, that's D, G, and C natural. And then we bring those outer 2 notes down to F sharp and B, or those upper 2 notes rather. Alright, so just want you guys to get familiar with these voicings first. Just play around with that. And then if you want it, check it out. There's our C sharp 7, C sharp in the left, E sharp, and B natural in the right. Okay, now you're thinking, okay, well, that all sounds well and good, but how do I get that crazy rhythm going on? Well, let's talk about rhythm. So this song is in 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tempo is about 92 beats per minute. The feel is swing 16ths. So instead of straight 16ths, which is like where every subdivision is even, this is swing. So it's like right? There's a lilt to the feel. So I want you guys to just kind of play with that a little bit. Make sure you've got that general swing feel or at least you have a solid understanding of what makes a swing feel. And now let's look at what makes this guitar part so unique. So what it is it's a subdivision of 3. We're dividing our 16th notes, which is generally a group of 4, right? 4 16th notes in a beat, in a quarter note, but we're dividing it into groups of 3. So we're taking the top 2 notes of this voicing and then adding our thumb, and we're doing 1/16 of the top 2 notes and then 2/16 of the left. Add that together and you get 3. So the overall subdivision is like this: 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Now when I count it like that, it's pretty much impossible to keep track of the downbeat. So what's going to be difficult if you're learning this song is kind of internalizing that rhythm to the point where you don't really think about it like that. It just kind of comes out, right? So the best thing you could do is put your metronome on, maybe start at like 60 beats per minute, and see if you can count along. So 1 2 3 4. See, I already messed up. 1 2 3 4. Oh, I keep holding that A. One more try. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. That was really hard, and I'm very proud of myself. Can't believe I did it. Okay, so you can see that I did 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, then 1, 1, and 1. And then the crazy part is that rhythm doesn't even work out after 2 measures. It has to continue on, overlapping through that 3rd measure into the 4th measure. Actually, on the 4th measure, it does reset. So, check it out. You'll see the top 2 notes will line up with the downbeat on that 3rd measure. So 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. And there we land, right? That's the first time beat 1 has coincided with the top 2 notes. But then it continues for the rest of that 4th measure. All right, so this one might take a lot of practice because it's mathematically somewhat complicated. I'd suggest just playing along with me nice and slow. Let's slow it down even a little bit more, and then we'll move along. 3 4 and 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, now that's going to loop, and the only difference in the next loop is that on beat 4 of the 4th measure, we're going to hit this chord instead. All right, so at this point, you've got the main riff. Let's just make sure we're clear on those rhythms. So in C major 7, we're going between these chords, right? Back and forth, but on our D sus to our D6, once we get to D6, we just stay there. So that makes that measure a little bit, or those 2 measures a little bit easier. We just stay until beat 4, and then we reset. All right. Now, the intro on the recording is 16 measures. It's very long, and I've represented that in the chart, and I'd recommend just doing the first 2 passes with whole notes in the left hand, and then the second 2, the second 8 measures with quarter notes in the left. So you saw me bring those in the intro, and that will also help ground the feel a little bit. So when you're ready, you can add those quarter notes. So try that with me. 3 4. Right? 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2  and all right, so I made it through 4 measures saying 1 2 3. As you can see, it's a pretty cool mashup of rhythms, and I think it makes for a fantastic part. It takes these, this 2-chord loop and makes it so much more interesting by infusing it with this, kind of like rhythmic subtlety. Okay, so there you have the intro, the main riff. Now, we're not going to get through the entire second verse in this video, but I just want to show you what's going to happen in the left hand. It's going to come up, and we're going to take over where the right hand was. That's C, E, and B. And we're going to play those same subdivisions, but we're going to reset every 2 measures instead to keep it a little bit simpler. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So beats 3 and 4 of the second measure. We're just going to hit quarter notes, keep it simple. Try that with me. 3, 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3, 4. All right, now the same applies to our D sus. Ready, go. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3, 4. And reset. Only difference is 3, 4 on this final one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to sneak in that C sharp 7. C sharp, E sharp, and B. All right, so that's what the left hand is doing. What you're going to want to do is practice as much as possible, but I'll give you a little taste of the right hand. So basically, we're working with the G major scale. Right? G, 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 E, G, A, F sharp, E, D, B, D, E. And this is the second verse. Found an old friend, meeting my guitar in the city, etc. Definitely, you want to know the lyrics when you're playing the melody to make sure that it's scanning correctly, that it's, you know, it sounds melodic. 3 and 4 and 1. 4 and 1. All right, so there we went from G, D, D, B, B, G, E, D, 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 B, B, G, B. All right, and then nice little jazzy moment here. E, G, A over this C sharp 7 in the left. And that's a nice tritone substitution of the 5 chord of C, right? Quick theory moment. It would be G7, right? G is the 5th that leads us down to C. We always like to resolve in 5ths, but this 3rd and 7th is also shared by C sharp. So just by changing the root, we get a much jazzier sound, and it's just a nice half step down for the bass. All right, well, remember, you just want to be really familiar with this rhythm and what constitutes this, you know, underlying feel before you move on, right? Don't get too ahead of yourselves because it's got a groove, right? This song is so groovy. It's so just sit back, chill, just like feel it. I love this piece, but that's all due to the steadiness of that groove. So I just encourage you to really focus on that first, and then you can add in that melody. In fact, let's just play through it one more time, nice and slow with the melody, and then we'll call it a day. 3, 4. Oh, I already messed up. 3, 4. 3, 4, and 1, 3, 4, and 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure showing you this much, and I can't wait to show you the rest over at hdpiano.com. My name is Devin. Also, check out my video with Lo-Hi of this song. And yeah, we'll see you at the next lesson. While I have you here, please like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. That way you'll know about everything we've got in the pipeline. All right, ta-ta for now.